Namaskar. A warm welcome to all the students out there, all the viewers out there, the whole of Maharashtra. You are watching Ashish sir at more importantly jkshahclassesonline.com. We are today into the LMR session of chapter 6, definite integration. Broadly you may be thinking के आज सर आपने इधर वो लिस्ट नहीं लिखा. List नहीं है, there are only two segments in this. The first segment is wherein you need to know thoroughly the chapter 5 integration ka sums, no, wherein you need to solve the sum and then go for the limits between which they have asked us to integrate the given function. So you need to have a very good knowledge of all the sums of your exercise 5, or at least a very good touch of your integration. And the second one, which seems to be of more important no part of this topic, is property based sums. Now there we get to see some real relaxation, a magic kind of thing happening by applying the properties. Bare minimum integration to my knowledge, in the end we just happen to integrate one, of course, by applying the properties, and one kind integration then goes as simple as x. But before getting into that second part, let's check the first part. Of course, I'll not be taking up the sums, but I'll do try to have a good touch, or we'll try to cover the thing with at least two sums from the first part, wherein we actually integrate the sum and then we apply the limits, upper limit, lower limit. But what's definite integrals? First of all, let's check into that. Let us say you integrate f of x, and by your all the knowledge of your chapter 5 in your full capacity, you integrated your f of x and you got the answer gx plus c. So now when you want to integrate your f of x, of course with respect to x from a to b, it means from x equal to a to x equal to b, but we don't, while writing sums, we don't happen to write x equal to x equal to, but it means x equal to x equal to b. That means you want to integrate your function between the two limits a and b. So we say it's integrating fx dx from a to b. It's integrating your fx from a to b. Let us say on integration, of course, sorry, you got the answer g of x. You take it from a to b. Now you may be thinking, sir, plus c aapne skip kiya. Give me one more step ka time. Then we go dabba minus dabba. I mean to say the box minus box. That's the upper dabba. I mean to say we need to put our upper limit b in that. So we go g of b. And that's the lower dabba. We go for g of a. Now that gives you the answer. One second. Let me make it one more time very clear. By integrating f of x with the knowledge of your chapter 5, sorry, let's say you reach to the answer g of x plus c. I'll come y plus c hum nahi likh rahe, and then you want to take it on to the limit a to b. So we go upper limit minus lower limit. So we go gb minus ga. Gb, I hope you all understand, it's x equal to b. Mane you put your x equal to b in that answer, and the ga means you put x equal to in that answer. That gives you the ultimate answer of integrating your f of x between the limits a to b. Now plus c क्यों नहीं लिखा हुआ है? If I write plus c, then let's say plus c over here, plus c here, plus c here, ultimately the c is going to get cut. So एक प्रथा रख दी थी कि indefinite integrals anyway, in the end when you are going to go upper dabba minus lower dabba, can I afford to talk in that language? Upper limit minus lower limit. So we say upper dabba minus lower dabba. Plus c is always going to get cut in all the sums. So they said then there is no need to write plus c in your definite integrals. I hope you got that thing very clearly. Now, can I take two examples which I want to? This is first part of integration where you need to integrate your function using all your knowledge what you must have gained or practiced in your chapter 5 indefinite integrals. So let's say if I pick up the very first sum 2 to 4. X upon 1 plus x square dx. Now I think so this seems to be quite easy sum, because just by a small adjustment of 2.5 you can make it f dash x upon fx. Make it very clear. In fact, while conducting chapter 6 in our batches, we used to say it's a kind of a revision to your integration. Of course, students during the course of the year do happen to attend too many lectures of too many subjects together. So retaining the stuff becomes difficult. It's only at the end of the year, post October, when they sit down to revise the topic for their preliminary test, practice test, and other revision lectures. They actually start retaining the stuff. So probably at that moment when I was solving this sum, I had to punch that thing very hard कि आपको 2.5 डालना है, and then it becomes f dash x upon fx. But now at this point of the year, where you are into the last minute revision, you must be very comfortable 2.5. It's f dash x upon fx. The answer straight away goes log fx plus c. So log of 1 plus x square. No plus c, please, because plus c anyway it's going to get cut when you go upper dabba minus lower dabba. Upper limit ka dabba minus lower limit ka dabba. We take it from 2 to 4 and bar we have got half. Now the next new process, what no yahan tak to we are comfortable with chapter 5. No, this is up till chapter 5 we have done all these things. Now going ahead, 1 by 2 I put a curly bracket, I bring in my dabba minus dabba. The upper dabba means I want to put in my x4 in the upper dabba, so that goes log of 17. Please check. No, it's very easy. Put your x4, you can see log 17. In the lower dabba, you put your lower limit, that's going to go 2 in that. So that's going to be log of 5. And then I can see a curly bracket for the simple reason I had half standing outside. So I had to put that lower dabba, upper dabba minus lower dabba in the curly brackets. But now inside that I am seeing log a minus log b, which everybody should be comfortable. You can compress it into log of a upon b. So the end answer goes half log 17 upon 5. So that was pretty simple. Only thing we just got to see the working. How do you work out a sum in a definite integration? As far as the part 1 is concerned, finish off your integration using the knowledge of using your full capacity of of chapter 5. Sorry, not exercise 5, chapter 5. And then having done that, you go dabba minus dabba, upper dabba minus lower dabba. Upper dabba means you are putting your upper limit in that in the place of x, and lower dabba you are putting your lower limit of x in the in the x ka value, and then the final answer. Interpretation to that comes in the chapter 7 कि ये answer का मतलब क्या हुआ, or what does it actually happen to give us when you integrate any function between the two limits a to b. You get to see in the chapter 7 application of integration. But right now, give me a chance to bring in one more sum to you all, and maybe that may be a kind of a revision what I always used to say in my batches, what I used to say and which I carry saying that thing in the forthcoming years also. Okay, chapter 6 is the chapter 6 ka first part is surely a short revision, quick revision of your chapter 5. But today in the LMR session we just try to bring in one more sum to check out how do we work out the last step, dabba minus dabba, upper dabba minus lower dabba. I hope nobody out there minds my language. Upper dabba, lower dabba kya karta hai? By now you got it. Upper dabba ka matlab hai he is going to put x ka upper limit in the answer, and the lower dabba ka matlab is going to put the lower limit of x ka value in the end answer. So let's check in one more sum in this one. So now the next sum, we said we pick up one more sum in this. I can see it's 1 upon quadratic. You should be really fast by now when you are into the LMR to catch it, the type of sum you are dealing with in integration. It's 1 upon quadratic. The game starts with what? Half into the coefficient of x the whole square. You happen to calculate that, and that term you are going to fit it over here to make it a full square, so that gives you a sound of x square. Probably we are heading for 1 upon x square minus a square ka formula. But let's start. It's integrate 1 to 2, 1 upon, you always say it in that way, from low to high. So integrate 1 to 2, 1 upon x square plus 6x plus 9 plus 5 minus 9 dot dx. So ultimately that's going to become integrate 1 to 2, 1 upon, now that's going to be your x plus 3 the whole square, which gives you a rich sound of x square, minus 4, which ultimately you happen to write that thing as 2 the whole square dx. Now you need to punch in the right formula. It's 1 upon, in fact wahan dekh ke easily anybody can say it's 1 upon x square minus a square, which happens to go 1 upon 2a log x minus a upon x plus a plus c. In fact, plus C ना बोलो तो ज़्यादा अच्छा रहेगा, because the tendency of writing plus C and just finishing off the sum or leaving the sum that way is very high. So always no avoid saying plus C when you are dealing with definite integrals ka sum. So coming back, let's fit in 1 upon 2 into 2. As you all can see, that's no A is to log of. Tap it and write it. I did happen to do this kind of sums in your LMR session of chapter 5. I did say punch it and then tap it to fit it over here. It's x minus a. So it's x plus 3 minus 2. And down it is x plus a. So x plus a over there goes x plus 3 plus 2 plus c. Oops, don't say plus c, because if you say plus c, I'm pretty sure at student level you are going to terminate the solution. You may not, because no, slightly you are far away from that limits 1 to 2. No, you have written the formula, you are punching in and then you are fitting in the value. So आपका concentration completely comes onto this side. And then tend to forget that this was a definite integrals का sum where I had to take the answer between the limits 1 to 2 plus c बोल के आपने end कर दिया solution. So now probably that needs to be taken from 1 to 2. Now you may say, sir, how did you decide to keep 1 by 4 outside? And if I keep my 1 by 4 inside, when I go dabba minus dabba ultimately towards the end, 1 by 4 is going to reflect in both the dabba and then I'm going to take 1 by 4 common. अगर वैसा ही करना था, so then keep your 1 by 4 outside. So just keep the heart of the answer in the dabba and the constant which is going to be there in both the dabbas, which ultimately you are going to take it common. Better keep it outside at the very beginning. So coming back, before I go dabba minus dabba, upper dabba, lower dabba, let me settle down the answer. That's going to be x plus 1. That's going to be x plus 5. And finally, we start our last process. Going upper dabba, lower dabba. So 1 by 4, curly bracket, I have got upper dabba minus lower dabba. I hope everybody is comfortable. Upper dabba, log. My 2 is coming in x. So that's going to be 3 by 7. Check please. No, 2 coming in, 3 by 7. The second dabba, it's dabba minus dabba, upper dabba minus lower dabba. Upper limit, lower limit. Now lower limit may log, you're pushing in your x. So that's going to be 2 by 6. No, when you put your x1, it's going to be 2 by 6 and that you can reduce it to 1 by 3. Now from your end, you can easily see that's log a minus log b. So you can always compress it into log of a upon b. 1 by 4 log of a upon b. So that goes 3 by 7, the whole upon 1 by 3, and then you can push that up. You can make it log of 9. You need to make it log of 9 by 7. So only thing what I would like to highlight over here, in definite integrals, a student out there, my viewers out there, or everybody watching, not watching, should always have a good control of not saying plus c, because if at all in the end you happen to say plus c, you are going to surely forget okay, ye definite integrals ka sum tha. You may just put an end to your answer by saying plus c, and that will allow the moderator to cut your good amount of marks in that. Probably, and if you check out few sums, of your state board textbook, after playing dabba minus dabba, there is a lot many steps involved in settling down the answer. So if you go plus c, you just skipped all those steps, so you happen to lose good amount of marks. And then the thing what we feel bad is, after putting my efforts in chapter 5, after understanding all the types, after having good practice on that, after spending so many hours on that, I was able to finish off the sum nicely. I got to my answer correctly, and in the end, just because my thoda sa concentration, thoda sa dhyan hat gaya, it went into my settling the answer plus c, and I just forgot it was definite integrals ka sum, and I just forgot to go for dabba minus dabba. So वो बुरा लगता है, बहुत बुरा लगता है. माने you have put in lot of time in preparing this topics, so you cannot afford to have such kind of mistakes. With this, I would really enjoy to get into the second part, property based sums. In all, there are 7 properties. I have put down that 7 properties in the LMR sheet, but frankly speaking, all the sums covered, we just happen to use 3 properties out of that. The number, if I be very specific, it's property 4, property 5, and then the last property on odd even functions, property 7. So we target those 3 properties on which we need to solve the sums. So give me a moment to clean up the screen and bring in the property based things. But before that, we need to check out the properties what we are talking about. So now the segment 2, the second segment, property based sum. And as far as the previous syllabuses are concerned or were concerned, they used to normally ask from definite integrals or property based sum. Because for a simple reason, okay, chapter 5 mein they had lot of options. Mane they can put in 2 marks, 3 marks and no, 4 marks ka sum. But in chapter 6, definite integrals, when they want to go for 4 mark ka sum, they used to always select no property based sums in most of the cases. Barely out of 2 3 attempts, one attempt they do happen to ask you one classic sum of your exercise 5 no between the two limits what we just saw right now. But coming back, property based sums, 7 properties, but in the LMR session I just bring in for you 3 properties on which we have got sums in our state board textbook. So let's focus on that. But my suggestion, do happen to rehearse well all the 7 properties for the simple reason, in paper pattern now after the syllabus has changed for this year, they have brought in alternatives, select the best alternatives, MCQ 1 mark ka questions, fill in the blanks, straight true and false. So the properties can no pop up over there. So my suggestion is, okay, the sums can be managed by 3 properties, but you should have the knowledge of all 7 properties. So check out the LMR sheet which states all the 7 properties. But coming to the property 4, the 3 properties what we are going to use. Out of that, no, let me first flash up 2 properties which we'll be using in 2 sums, and then odd even function ka property we'll be discussing after that. So the property 4 goes in this way. Integrate 0 to a f of x dot dx is equal to integrate 0 to a f of a minus x dot dx. In my explanation ka time during the year, when I put this up first time, I just happened to tell every student out there in the batch, you can change your x to a minus x and still the answer will remain the same. No, when you say the property says you integrate 0 to a f of x dot dx or you integrate 0 to a f of a minus x dot dx, it simply tries to imply one simple thing: you can change your x to a minus x. Of course, all the x will be changed to a, because when you move from fx to f of a minus x, it means you are changing all your x to a minus x. I hope by now everybody is very clear about that. For example, I give you fx, some function, and then I ask you to find f of 1. You're going to change all your x to 1, not 1 or 2. I ask you to find f of 5. You're going to change all your x to 5. Similarly, when the property says you integrate 0 to f of x dot dx, I am rehearsing it multiple times, so it starts ringing in you. You integrate 0 to a f of x dot dx or you integrate 0 to a f of a minus x dot dx, the answer remains same. If you see properly, it just tries to put one simple thing across the board. You can change your x to a minus x, check. Where? Everywhere in the function. Now student does happen to, I have shown them the technical way of deriving this formula or this property, but to convince, or they get more convinced when I put up an example. Let us say you are integrating from 0 to 1 a very simple function x dx. Your function is x. So the x ka integration, if you are all comfortable, x square by 2, it's x raised to 1, we play n plus 1, n plus 1. It goes from 0 to 1. And now everybody is comfortable, we go dabba minus dabba. The upper dabba we are putting in x1, that's going to be 1, 2. In the lower dabba we are putting x0, that's going to be 0 by 2. The answer turns out to be 1 by 2. Now the property says you can change your x to a minus x. You can change your x to a minus x. That means in this sum I can change my x to 1 minus x. My a is 1. Check. I repeat. Property says you can change your x to a minus x and the answer remains the same. Sir, ऐसा कहाँ लिखा? इधर equal to लिखा है. Even after changing your fx to f of a minus x, that means you change all your x to a minus x, the answer still remains the same. So in my sum, if I change my x to a minus x, that means I need to change my x to 1 minus x. Will the answer be same? Let's work out. So 0 to 1, 1 minus x dot dx. Now before I go aage, did you see I have applied the property right now? Property gives me the flexibility or the freedom to change my x to a minus x. So in this sum, I can change my x to 1 minus x. My a is 1. and it says the answer is going to be the same. So that's what we are checking right now. And once we get the same answer, we do get convinced, okay, we can change our x to a minus x. Let's try. 1 ka integration, that goes x ka integration goes x square by 2, and we need to take it from 0 to 1. We need to take it from 0 to 1. We go dabba minus dabba. Upper dabba, we are putting x1, that's going to be 1 minus 1 by 2. Lower dabba, we are putting x0, that's going to be 0 minus 0 by 2. So that's gone. That dabba is gone. 1 minus half, that leaves you with half. The answer remains the same. The answer is still the same even after changing your x to a minus x. So the property, I think so, the property now is very convincing to all the viewers out there. Okay, what he means is correct. You can change, when it says the fx can be written as f of a minus x, that means it implies you can change your x to a minus x and still the answer will remain the same. But comma, in state board textbook they have been writing using property 4, property 5, but I have been always pressing it very hard to the batches in which we happen to teach over here at JK Shah classes. Never try to put the property number. It's not a good impression or a good solution what you are projecting. You are using a property to get some magical solutions out of it. So always respect the property by stating the whole property, please. So anyway, you need to know the property. It's not you just can avoid that by knowing the number, because when you are applying the property, you need to know in and out about the property. So why not rehearse it well so that you can write rather writing property 4, you can just mention the actual property. It also creates a good impression in the eyes of the examiner. Human psychology. Aage ka checking, he assumes that the student is good. Given the flexibility, he could have written the property number, the student opts to write the full property. He's respecting the property. So he starts respecting you. He starts respecting your solutions. That's the way we go. So before I go aage, you just need to take a flash of this. एक image. Integrate 0 to a f of x dot dx is equal to integrate 0 to a f of a minus x dot dx. You can change your x to a minus x. I always ask people to think that way. You can change your x to a minus x. Integrate 0 to a f of x dot dx is equal to integrate 0 to a f of a minus x dot dx. By looks only we can understand we can change our x to a minus x. We saw that thing. Now give me a chance to show you one more property which seems to be sounding the same, and then we get into two sums based on this property so that we see the application part also of that, know how to apply the properties in actual sum. Coming to the next property, it's an extension of this. If you are integrating your fx from a to b, if you are integrating your fx dx from a to b, you can always change your x to a plus b minus x. The property says it's equal to integrate a to b f of a plus b minus x dot dx. It sounds almost the same. In fact, if you put 0 to a, 0 plus a minus x, you are back to that property 4. This is your property 5 right now, which gives you a freedom of changing your x to a plus b minus x. Now, in 0 to a, you change your x to a minus x. In a to b, you change your x to a plus b minus x. A plus b minus. And that's an easy way to remember. You can change your x to a minus x. You can change your x to a plus b minus x. But when the sum goes 0 to a, you can change your x to a minus x. When the sum goes a to b, you can change your x to a plus b minus x. If given a chance, I would like to show you one more time. It works. Sir, what works? Even after changing your x to a plus b minus x. Now, when somebody sees fx can be rewritten as f of a plus b minus x, if he knows functions, he understands you are given the liberty of changing your x to a plus b minus x. Where? Everywhere in the function. When your fx becomes f of a plus b minus x, you need to change your x to a plus b minus x everywhere in the function. That's how it works. Now, coming back, convincing ke liye, let's pick up the same example one more time, but this time not 0 to a to b. So I'll go integrate 1 to 2 x dx. Again the integration goes x square by 2, taken from where to where? From 1 to 2. We go dabba minus dabba, upper dabba 4 by 2. I hope you are comfortable. X में 2 गया. Lower dabba 1 by 2. That comes to 3 by 2. Now the property allows me to change my x to a plus b minus x. That means 1 plus 2 minus x. That means 3 minus x. Check. Now if that doesn't go comfortable, then sums you need to forget. Such magical sums, I mean it. If the sum works out, okay, in the end you just need to integrate one. Who out there would not love to solve such a sum if the weightage of that sum is 4 marks? And that is why I said mention the property rather writing the property number. So give your solution a value of 4 marks no solution. Sorry. तू बोलेगा रुका क्यों है? You need to digest okay, what's coming in over here. You can change your x to what? You can change your x to, as per the property stated above, you can change your x to a plus b minus x. So in my sum, I can change my x to 1 plus 2 minus x. That goes 3 minus x. So I integrate now 1 to 2, 3 minus x dot dx. Now do out, every viewer out there is agreeing to what I said right now. Have I applied the property? Yes, sir. The property said you can change your x to a plus b minus x. In the sum, you have changed your x to 1 plus 2 minus x, a plus b minus x, 1 plus 2 minus x, 3 minus x. Now, everywhere, but मेरे sum में तो एक ही जगह x था, तो that is the example what I am giving you right now. If it comes at multiple places, you need to change all your x to, no, if your fx becomes f of 3 minus x, all the x in the function need to become 3 minus x. That's how it works. So coming back, 3 का integration 3x, I hope everybody comfortable with that. 3 खड़ा है, 1 का integration x minus x का integration x square by 2, and that's we are taking it from 1 to 2. So now again we need to go dabba minus dabba, check upper dabba. So putting in 2, 6 minus 4 by 2, check once again. Upper dabba putting in x2, so 6 minus 4 by 2. Lower dabba putting in x1, so 3 minus 1 by 2. Now that works out 2. So that works out 4, and the second dabba that goes 6 minus 1, 5 by 2. I hope you all saw that thing, 5 by 2. Now the last cross multiply, 8 minus 5 by 2, I am back to the same answer. So even after changing my x to a plus b minus x, my answer remains the same. The property did happen to say the same thing. Your fx changes to f of a plus b minus x, the answer still what you get is the same, and you just now saw, yes, the answer in both the cases happen to turn out to be the same. When you change your x to a minus x, when it goes 0 to a, when you change your x to a plus b minus x, when your integration goes from a to b, check. 0 to a, change your x to a minus x. A to b, change your x to a plus b minus x. Property, please rehearse well. You need to mention the property over there. Rather writing property 5, I suggest. I at JK Shah classes suggest ke better write the property to get the full value of 4 marks. Mane projection भी 4 mark का होना चाहिए. This statement really punches a good value in the solution. Rather writing property 5. ऐसा सोचो, आपको कोई नाम के बदले, सुहासनी के बदले, hey 5 number come here, कैसा लगेगा? माने it's degradation of the value. The same way degradation of the solution also. So that's my suggestion. Please always दो property आपको rehearse करना है. Then why not no? 7 property only if you have a rough image of it, still you can hit the MCQs correctly. But this you need to write, so you need to rehearse it well. Integrate a to b fx dx is equal to integrate a to b f of a plus b minus x dot dx. Sir, you go very smoothly. Because in the back of the mind, I have that thing, we can change our x to a plus b minus x. So I started. Integrate a to b f of x dot dx is equal to integrate a to b f of a plus b minus x dot dx. The other one was a minus x. So integrate, that happens in 0 to a ka case. So integrate 0 to a f of x dot dx is equal to integrate, I can change my x to a minus x. So integrate 0 to a f of a minus x dot dx. So probably now give me a chance to bring in 2 sums so that you enjoy the application of these 2 properties, and you need to see the magic happening in that. 4 marks ka sum. Let's check into that. Now 2 sums on those properties, on those 2 wonderful properties which you understood. You can change your x to a minus x when the sum is going integrate 0 to a, which is right now the case. Now I equal to, that's the solution what I have written. Mane, I start with the moment I see k, I need to apply the properties. Now if you try to rationalize this sum, and if you try to solve this sum by integration techniques, whatever you have learned or whatever you have mastered in your chapter 5, let me give you my word, it's not going to get solved. So it has to be solved by properties. So I saw 0 to 5, I heard 0 to a, so I got prepared, I need to change my x to a minus x. In that sum, I need to change my x to 5 minus x. But coming back to I am writing that this ka answer is I. Now the reason for that, I'll let you know as I proceed. But right now, applying the property gives me the freedom that I can change my x to a minus x. I hope you all are comfortable with the language. You can change your x in this sum by phi minus x. So I do happen to write somewhere phi minus x, so that I need not punch again and again. I need to change my x to what? Now somewhere in the corner I do happen to write phi minus x. So I move in, I change all my x to phi minus x. Can I repeat? The property does happen to give you the freedom of changing all your x to a minus x if it's going 0 to a, which is the case right now. In my case, phi minus x, because my a is 5. So we change all the x to phi minus x. So integrate 0 to phi, it goes root of phi minus x, check. We are changing all the x to phi minus x. Now when your fx moves to f of phi minus x, that means what? All the x will change to phi minus x. Root of 5 minus x plus root of 5 minus bracket 5 minus x. You can't go wrong in that. No, minus tha to, and then you are bringing in 5 minus x, so you need to put in a bracket over here. I think so. The most important part of the property comes here now. Even that ka answer is going to be I. That's what the property did happen to tell me. Ki even after changing your x to a minus x, the answer remains same, and we did happen to see by a small example, wherein I took a very simple function. To be very honest, I took it as x. But we did happen to see even after changing your x to a minus x, the answer still remains the same. So the property now gets applied completely just by changing your x to a minus x. You cannot say you have applied the property. Only when you say okay, this ka answer also, if that ka answer was I, even this ka answer is also going to be I. That's the point you have applied the property completely. Coming back, let's release the bracket. That's natural. That's gone. And then I can see 5 minus 5 gone. You are left with only x in that. Now, as such, a viewer out there may think कि कुछ ज़्यादा फर्क तो नहीं है. He says even that cannot be solved. And then the viewer says, if that cannot be solved, even this cannot be solved. Correct, correct, correct. I call this 1, I call this 2. Now check the magic. I go for 1 plus 2. I go for 1 plus 2. So I and I on addition is going to become, can I come over here? 2I, check. And that's why I need to write I over there. See, property application, I can always write equal to. No, when I write equal to, that means the property is applied. It does mean to say in my solution that ka answer is equal to this ka answer when I write equal to. I am writing I for what reason? When I add the two things over here, two equations over here, the left hand side becomes 2I, the answer becomes double. So if I don't write I, and if I add it, तो मैं left hand side पे कैसे express करेगा? The answer is going to go double. It's only by 2I. That's the reason I am writing over here I. But coming back, 2I integrate 0 to 5, and then it's going to be simple addition for the simple reason the denominators of both the functions are same. So then I think we just need to add the numerator root x plus root of 5 minus x. Upon the denominator, you can select any one of it. It's one and the same. You can check it. Root x plus root of 5, and I think so everybody is out there smiling in a big way. Oh gosh, the full thing has gone. Check it. I could add it because of two reasons. First of all, you are integrating between the two same limits 0 to 5. So you can add the two functions. Comma addition ka prompt mujhe kaise mila? The denominators were sounding same. So addition was quite simple. You just had to add the numerators. You go a by 2 plus b by 2. It becomes simple a plus b by 2. Same over here. And now that gets cut and you are left with only 1 dx. Check. 1 ka integration goes x, and that you are taking it from 0 to 5. I did happen to say it's a magical solution. Initial stage mein you are not capable of even solving the sum or even starting the solution. In the end, you turned up by applying the property, just integrating 1. So the property needs to be given the due respect by you mentioning not the property number, the full property. Coming back, it's going to be dabba minus dabba. It's a easy thing. 5 going in the upper dabba, 0 going in the lower dabba, and then answer 5. That's 2I. And that's why I need to keep writing I. The I is equal to 5 by 2. The answer was double because you add the two integrations. So answer is going to be double. So that's 2I. The I is equal to 5 by 2. We were supposed to find I ka value. We said that answer is equal to I. Now, property I would say suggest over here. Always underline or make a big block to flesh up the property. What property? Let's rehearse together. Integrate 0 to a f of x dot dx is equal to integrate 0 to a f of a minus x dot dx. You can change your x to a minus x. That's the thing what we have. See, we didn't mention the property still. By using the theme, we can change our x to a minus x. In this sum, we can change our x to 5 minus x. With that, we finished off the sum. So theme should not be forgotten. Sorry. But punch, you cannot punch your theme line over here. You need to punch in the property over here. So property 4, integrate 0 to a f of x dot dx is equal to integrate 0 to a f of a minus x dot dx. So I'll beg a moment from you all to bring in my one more sum wherein we apply the second property, property 5, integrate a to b f of x dot dx is equal to integrate a to b f of a plus b minus x dot dx. Sir, you are very comfortable saying that. Okay, I am a lecturer. Mera dhanda hai. But then at the same time, I gave you the method by which I make it very smooth. मेरे back of the mind में धुन ये चल रहा है. I can change my x to a plus b minus x. So I start integrate a to b f of x dot dx is equal to what? Integrate a to b f of a plus b minus x dot dx. We need to check a sum on that also. So it's the next one. Just check that it's going a to b. And looking at the sum is but to rationalize. So last sum में a student could have tried rationalize in the effort ke or in the attempt ke let me finish off solving the sum as per exercise 1 and maybe I get to the answer and then I go dabba minus dabba, but you need to take my word, you can try that. You must have tried earlier while doing that topic. You cannot solve that sum. Now over here rationalize also out of picture, it's cube root out there. So I got it very quickly ke it's property ka sum, and maybe I am seeing a to b, so it rings in my mind. You can change your x to a plus b minus x. Let us try that. We can change our x to a plus b minus x. So in the sum, I can change my x to 1 plus 3 minus x. That's 4 minus x. First of all, a viewer out there should be able to digest that. The property gives me a freedom or gives us the freedom of changing the x, changing all the x to a plus b minus x. 1 plus 3 minus x, it's 4 minus x. Check that. So then moving in, so integrate 1 to 3, I am changing all my x to a plus b minus x, 1 plus 3 minus x, so I have circled 4 minus x. I just write it somewhere in the corner. So every x I did not stand and just try to recollect I was supposed to change my x by what. Now I have written over here I am supposed to change my x to 4 minus x. How did you get that 4 minus x? A plus b minus x, 1 plus 3 minus x in my sum. So that goes cube root of 4 minus x plus 5. Check, you decided to change your x to 4 minus x. Now, cube root of 4 minus x plus 5. Check. Plus cube root of 9 minus bracket 4 minus x. I hope that much algebra everybody is comfortable. Minus ke baad if I am putting in 4 minus x, we need to put a bracket over that dx. Property is not applied. You just changed your x to a plus b minus x. Only when you say k, even that ka answer is going to stay I. That's the point where you applied the property which state even after changing your x to a plus b minus x, the answer remains the same. So after writing equal to I over there, it's understood. Now we have applied the property in full. Now coming over here, let's settle down the cube roots. It's going to be 9 minus x if it's quite clear to you all. Down also I can see 4 and 5, 9 minus x. Check. Over here I release the bracket 9 minus 4 plus x, which ultimately becomes 5 plus x, but just to retain the original form x plus 5, rather writing 5 plus x, I would insist put over there x plus 5. Now the same old thing, let's call it 2. So that happened in 2 more steps. It took 2 more steps to settle down to that. And keep writing your I. Don't miss out writing I, because when you go for 1 plus 2, which I am going to go for it, the denominators are common. So you can check that cube root of 9 plus x, cube root of x plus 5, it's the same thing. So that's prompting me to add my equations 1 and 2, but the answer gets double. When you add that plus that, the answer gets double. Who will express in the statement the answer has gone double? I plus I, 2i. The 2i says the answer has become double. So adding 1 and 2, just check that 1 plus 2 goes 2i is equal to integrate 1 to 3, sorry. We just need to, the denominators are same, so we just need to add the numerators. Does it sound logical? Yes. If the denominators are same, the efforts need to be taken how much to add the thing? You just need to add the numerators. A upon 2 plus b upon 2. Finally, you write what? A plus b upon 2. So cube root of x plus 5. adding the numerators plus cube root of 9 minus x upon the denominator of your choice, that one, this one, both are same. So I keep it cube root of x plus 5 plus cube root. You are seeing the magic over here right now. Now it gets cut. You are left with 1. So 2y, you are integrating now only 1. The point, at one point when you started the sum, you didn't even know first step how to solve the sum. And ultimately by the property, you have brought it down to integrating what? Only 1 dx. Check. So finally 1 ka integration is going to go x from where to where? Sir, aapne to rub kar diya. No, I can see my limits over here from 1 to 3. So we go dabba minus dabba, the upper dabba goes 3, the x goes 3 in that, lower dabba goes x 1 in that, the answer 2, the 2i turns out 2, the I turns out 1. Please check that. So very comfortable. Now sum is not over. You didn't even mention using property 5, but I am insisting to all my viewers out there at different corners of the state. Okay, rather mentioning property 5, I would say why not mention the property. Once you know the theme, no, you change, because without the theme anyway you were not able to solve the sum. So you knew the theme, the song behind the property. The property gives us freedom to change our x to a plus b minus x. Thoda kapda pehna do. Integrate a to b fx dx is equal to integrate, and the answer is going to remain the same even after changing your x to a plus b minus x. So you can make up the property by just putting in some decoration in that. Integrate a to b fx dx is equal to integrate a to b f of a plus b minus x dot dx. So do mention it large over here. No, put a block over there, because the full magic you know happen to get that feel only because of that property. So with this, let me get into the third one, the odd even functions. No, it's a fun out there. Without integrating the answer, you straight away can write 0, but under few conditions being satisfied. So let's look into that property 7. Property 7. I start putting it now. Integrate minus a to a f of x dot dx. They say it becomes 0 if the function what you were integrating is odd function. I'll come to that. It's twice integrate 0 to a f of x dot dx if the function what you were integrating, I mean to say the f of x, is a even function. इतना लिखा student को समझ में कुछ नहीं आया. See, in the main course, we do happen to derive all these things, but in LMR, I don't think so anybody out there is no right now checking out on that. It's how do we apply it. So I need to convince my batches by deriving this formula. So actually, I have come down to the deduced version. इसके पहले एक version है, which is I think so not even mentioned in the state board textbook. They come down to that. But student at this point, he just prays to God. No, okay, काश यार function odd ही हो. Even ho hi nahi, and that's most of the time the cases in your no sums. The functions what they happen to give in minus a to a, it turns out to be odd function. So without solving, you just need to say the answer has gone 0. But apart from that, you should be in a position to decide. Mane, looking at the way the property is put up, if you see a sum coming out in that way, the very first thing is you need to come out and check the function is odd, k function is even. Of course, your choice will be always odd, but you cannot make it odd if it's even, please. If it's even, it's even. Then you have to go twice integrate 0 to a f of x dot dx. Even there I see some advantage. If it becomes 0 to a, then I am eligible to apply one more property 4, which says you can change your x to a minus x. So maybe in the end I still in a position to produce a magic if the sum demands me to do that. So probably coming back over here once again, it says minus a to a integrate f of x dot dx, or integrate minus a to a the f of x dot dx, it becomes 0 if the function is odd. Twice integrate 0 to a, it becomes twice integrate 0 to a f of x dot dx if the function is even. But to go this way or this way, we first need to decide that the function is odd or even. So how do we do that? I give you f of x, I give you the function that's given in the question. You find f of minus x. And you're not going to ask me how. You change all your x to minus x. If the answer turns out f of x, if it comes back to the same function f of x, then we say the function is a even function. Or I give you f of x, you find f of minus x. I give you f of x, you need to find f of minus x by changing all the x to minus x. If it turns out to minus f of x, then we say the function what we were dealing with was odd function. Everybody wants this thing to happen, not that. Because wo hua, to then the sum still stays alive. Rather going minus 8 to 8 now becomes twice integrate 0 to 8. But ultimately you will have to integrate your function dx if it turns out to be even. So everybody wants k, the function should go this way. But coming back once again, can I punch it one more time? I give you f of x, you find f of minus x. If it comes back to f of x, the function was even. If it comes back to minus f of x, the function is odd. Let me punch it one more time. Then I will show you some. Okay, chalo, एक example देख लेते हैं. So then I think so the song is going to ring in more beautifully in you. I give you the function x square upon 1 plus x square. Okay, sir. You need to check कि ये even है कि odd function है. See, if it's integrate minus a to a, the fate of the आगे का step depends on the function is odd के even. So we need to first come out of the sum, bring in the function, check, put it under the test, litmus test of ऐसा बोलने में litmus test, ऐसा वो blue red paper लेके नहीं बैठना है हमें. We need to check के odd है कि even है. Only then we will decide the next step in the sum goes what way. Either it goes 0 or we happen to solve twice, integrate 0 to a. So we come out with the function and then we put it under the litmus test, odd even function ka test. We go for f of minus x. I give you fx. You need to find f of minus x. How? You change all your minus x, all your x to minus x. So that goes minus x the whole square. 1 plus minus x the whole square. Now that goes x square upon 1 plus x square. You are back to f of x and therefore the function has become even. Check. I repeat. I give you f of x, you find f of minus x. How? Was not a good question. Change all your x to minus x. You come back to f of x. If you come back to f of x, the function was even function. Now, the other one. Let us say that I change my numerator ka x squared to x cube. And I ask you to check whether the function given to you is right now even or odd function. The step is what? I give you the function. You are supposed to find f of minus x. How? By changing all the x to minus x. So, ऊपर वाला गया minus x the whole cube. नीचे जा रहा है 1 plus minus x the whole square. Now, ऊपर I can see minus of x cube. No, minus x का cube. The minus will survive x का cube. And then 1 plus x square. Check. And then if you see that, that's your f of x. That's your f of x. So, this time you come back to minus f of x. And therefore, we say the function what we were checking in was an odd function. So, now can I just complete this thing? If I give you f of x, how you are going to check the odd even function hai ke nahi? You need to find f of minus x. If you come back to f of x, the function is even function. If you come back to minus f of x, the function is the odd function. Let's repeat. I give you the function f of x, you find f of minus x. If you come back to f of x, the function is even. If you come back to minus f of x, the function is odd. If it is odd, straight answer आपका 0. You just need to mention the property. You just need to mention the property. No, you are not even solving the sum. So how important then it is for a student out there, rather mentioning property 7, at least have that much courtesy, that much respect to the solution, at least I should mention the property. So whenever you mention the property, please write it in full. Even if it goes odd function, please put in the two statements, the property in full. In fact, the property is not even full. There is one more statement about this, the original statement, and then that gets reduced to this or this based on odd k even function. So originally the property is actually not this one. So we are anyway writing half-hearted property, half property. Property गाते हैं right now. Integrate minus a to a. पहले the prompt of this के हमें सर odd function, even function check करना है. ऐसा हमको सम में कैसे पता चलेगा? By the limits. It's minus a to a. So that way a student gets a prompt, oh, this is the odd even function वाला property. Let me get out and check के function odd है कि even है. उसके पहले प्रार्थना कर लेता हूँ, भगवान function odd ही होना चाहिए. नहीं तो कुछ लोग तो ऐसे होते हैं, नहीं है तो हम बना देंगे, no problem. Coming back, integrate minus a to a f of x dot dx is 0 if the function is odd. It becomes twice integrate 0 to a. The minus a to a becomes twice integrate 0 to a f of x dot dx if the function is even. Let's capture that property. Image पे बोलने में. Integrate minus a to a f of x dot dx, that goes 0 if the function is odd. काश सारे फंक्शन भगवान ऑड ही देता है, पेपर में ऐसा ही होता है. It becomes twice integrate 0 to a f of x dot dx if the function is even. So now give me a chance to bring in one sum on that, and let's see how we finish off solving that. That will be the last in this LMR session in chapter 6. So give me a moment to bring in that sum. So now the sum on that odd even function property 7. Now I saw minus 9 to 9. Now honestly we are not actually supposed to write I. बट एक हैबिट बन जाता है स्टूडेंट का नो व्हेन ही डील्स विद द एक्सरसाइज 2 ऑन नो इन चैप्टर 6 प्रॉपर्टी बेस्ड सम, वो अपने आप उसका हाथ चालू हो जाता है बिकॉज नो आई कीप नॉकिंग देम इफ यू फॉरगेट आई एंड व्हेन यू आर एडिंग इक्वेशन 1 एंड 2 नो बिफोर दिस सम तक हम लोग कंटिन्यूसली ऑल सम्स में वी कीप एडिंग 1 एंड 2. So who's going to tell us कि answer is going double? The 2i happens to tell us. So they strictly follow the norms of writing I. Oh, start अभी तो सम लिखा नहीं तो पहला तो दे कीप रेडी आई इक्वल टू, सो दे हैव ऑलरेडी फॉर्म्ड द हैबिट ऑफ राइटिंग आई इक्वल टू. नो हार्म इन दैट आल्सो, बट राइट नाउ integrate minus 9 to 9 gives me a kind of a hooter kind of thing, no, a sound, a signal. Oh bhaiya ji, this is odd even function, so better go out, no, take the function, put it into the test of odd even functions, decide what it is, and then you decide what to be done in the next step. So we come out with the function. The function right now in the sum seems to be x cube upon 4 minus x square. The song is what? I give you fx, you give me f of minus x. How? By changing all the x to minus x. So that goes minus x ka cube upon 4 minus x ka square. So ultimately that happens to go minus x cube, check, upon 4. You're not going to say that becomes plus because your minus ka square andar hi minus plus ho jayega. So it's 4 minus x square. So if I see that part, I am back to f of x, but this is minus f of x. So my f of minus x has turned out minus f of x, and therefore first of all I need to claim the function is odd because the entire property applied is based on whether the function has gone odd ke even. So you need to punch it in a big way. The function is odd. I would like to rehearse that song. You see the sum coming up as minus 8 to a. You got it. It's odd even function ka sum. So bring the function out and test it for odd even. How? I give you a function, I give you f of x, you give me f of minus x, change all x to minus x. If you get back to f of x, the function is even. If you get back to f of x, the function is even. If you get back to minus f of x, the function has gone odd. And then the fifth dhamal, the I is equal to 0. Now just let me know if you write over here using property 7, you have thoda sa degraded the value of the sum. Mane, the property has given you such a big gift. You need not even bother about how to solve the sum. Straight the answer is 0. No magic also required in that. So at least as a student, you are supposed to respect such a big property who gave you such a big flexibility. Don't solve straight away. The I go 0. So I would be mentioning the property 1 or 2 times before I close down the LMR session on this chapter 6. Integrate, I'll be writing over here using not property 7. Integrate minus a to a f of x dot dx goes 0 if the function is odd. It becomes twice integrate 0 to a f of x dot dx if the function is even. The entire properties, 7 properties ka list is there in the LMR sheet, and I would suggest, of course, we had sums on property 4, 5 and 7, but then looking at your new pattern, the paper pattern, fill in the blanks, true or false, select the right alternatives. I would suggest rehearse all of them properly. But 4, 5, 7, rehearse it more number of times, maybe 100 more times than what you must have rehearsed the other, no, rest other properties, because you are going to punch that thing, not the numbers, please, the properties. My last request in this session. Coming back one more time, integrate minus a to a f of x dot dx goes 0 if the function is odd. It becomes twice integrate 0 to a f of x dot dx if the function is even. With this, I put an end to this chapter 6 ka LMR session. It was a small cameo thing, but I hope everybody would have appreciated that he picked up the right things as far as the second part is concerned. First part ko we cannot justify by solving 2 sums. But then first part may I do not have mind put in that because it comes from entire chapter 5. So if your chapter 5 is in the correct place, I don't think so anybody will be finding any kind of problem solving any sum of exercise 1 in this topic. So with this, I put an end to this session. Thank you so much for joining me in chapter 6 ka LMR, and I am excited to get into the next chapter, the application of definite integrals. Strictly only one application area under the curve. We have got really wonderful things to talk about in that. Waiting for you all. Bye, everybody.